All right, what's up, man? What are you getting done today?
So usually what I have been doing is burst fade mohawk.
Okay.
It's been like 2 months. I've let it grow just so I could see you, man. So I think, depending on your opinion, I probably need some length off up at the top. You know, my hair's, right now I don't have any product in it, but it's usually really curly.
Okay.
My corners are super, super light, so I'm good with skin if you can just like skin it here and then keep the corners kind of dark. I have like a spot where I think I got like some alopecia.
Yeah,
like
that's
right
all good.
around here.
Yeah,
but,
we'll make it look good.
And then for the beard, I have like patches kind of on the cheek area, so I really like to keep this full. So probably nothing here, but if you can blend it down kind of like mid,
just in the sideburn area.
Yeah, and then if you can tame this, because I can never clean this up myself.
Okay. Yeah.
And then, you know, as far as like, I used to do like a V, but because it's so long, I'm okay with not doing it. But if you can, whatever you think, trim it down a little bit, because right now there's like a big disconnection, you know.
Yeah.
So usually my barbers would, you know, like right up at the parietal, they'll usually like 1.5 to a 2, but whatever you think, bro. Honestly, I'm good with whatever you want to do. I can show you some photos too, Basio.
All right. YouTube, what's going on, guys? Thank you guys for checking out another one of my videos. Today we got a client. He came all the way from Phoenix. He came out here with family to go to Disney and decided he was gonna stop by and get a haircut by your boy. So he's actually a nurse by trade, but he also cuts hair. He has a really nice barbershop in his house, man. Like, you gotta see it. It's really nice. Bro, he showed me a picture of like, yeah, let's just say he got enough shears to buy a car with. You feel me? Some really nice stuff. So he's serious about his game, and that's why he was able to give me a consultation where you could tell he knew what he was talking about. So we're going through on the top. We're cutting everything 90 degrees right here in this panel at the very, very top, and we're gonna follow this all the way through down to the back. And the reason why we're doing this is because the previous cut is going to be the guide for the next cut all the way around his head. And since it's 90 degrees, this will work all the way to the back. And then you can take the hair vertically if you want to cross-check it. But yeah, same thing here, going about, I think we did go 90 degrees here as well. Just to kind of bevel the corners a bit. I'll do the same thing on the other side. Again, using the previous cut as my guide for the next cut. Yeah, you can see I'm kind of pulling the hair out 90 degrees. And this is where I grab the hair vertically just to cross check and make sure everything is even. All right, so at this point, we're gonna go ahead and start removing bulk. I'm gonna go with the grain. Now, you can kind of disconnect it a little bit here on the sides, especially since he's gonna style his hair up on top and have a burst fades here on the side. But what I did was I went a 4 with the grain at first just to see how the hair would react. And then we're gonna go against the grain with that number 4 to clear out this bulk and get it ready for that blurry burst taper. Alright, so what I decided to do, because in the consultation he talked about how his hairline is very light around the hairline, right? Especially here in the corners he was talking about, and the vertical bar. Vertical bar is pretty much this right here, what I'm lining up. Okay, so what I decided to do was line it up because I don't want to cut that down anymore. What I want to do is lower the areas that aren't light to kind of match that area. You can see this 1.5 guard right here, it matches that light hairline. So if I can bring this over to the hairline, it'll look even and it'll make it give the illusion that the hairline isn't lighter. And so that's what we're gonna do here. And once we've done that, boom, look, you can see it matches the hairline, and we're gonna be ready to do a burst fade into a gradient finish. All right, above that 1.5 guard, we're using a 2, and we started off open and then we close it to get it to kind of blend into that 1.5. And then above that, we're gonna use our number 3. We can start off open and then close it, but that should do the job. That should blend right into the bulk, because remember, we started the bulk with number 4. And then now I'm just kind of detailing this area before we go and bald him out and do that burst taper. I mean that burst fade. All right, so here we go. We're gonna create the bald line. And I'm just creating a circle here, kind of like a half moon. The purpose for this is because we want to blend out all the way around. That's the whole point of a burst. That's why they call it a burst. All right, and we're going to do the same thing with each guideline after that. So this is my blade open, and now we're going to go ahead and fade this section out, going close and opening it little by little until we have blended out this blade open section. Once we've done that, we can move on to the next step. All right, so I'm gonna start off with my 1 guard close and open it little by little. And the reason why is because by the time you're all the way open with this 1 guard, you should have blended into that 1.5 that you previously used. And so this is going to easily prepare you to go ahead and bring everything together with that half guard, because you can see that subtle line right there. And here I got the half guard right now. You can see the half guard is going to kind of blend out that subtle line that's there. And just blend everything together. The top half of the fading you did and the bottom half. Alright, you can see that blend is starting to look blurry. So at this point, we're just kind of detailing, retracing some of our steps. Oh yeah, that's looking good. With the beard, he didn't want me to fade in the beard too much. He likes that length all the way around. So I'm kind of just focusing now on making sure that the burst is looking good going into the back of his head.
Tito, let's get it.
Alright, so we're going to go ahead and line them up. And you can see it's going to really make that burst fade pop. This is really going to bring it to the next level. Alright, so we've done the left side. Now we're going to go ahead and do the right. I'm going to let you guys follow along with the color guide on the bottom left corner. So I'm going to shut up for a second. And hopefully I explain the other side well enough so where you'll be able to kind of tell what steps are next. So one of the interesting things that we were talking about was how this side of his head definitely grows different. You can actually see a cowlick right above where I'm working right now with the clipper, right next to my thumb. I don't know if you guys can see that cowlick, but this is what I mean by every canvas you cut is going to be different all the way around the head, the back, the sides. It's all going to be different. So when people kind of like, when other viewers that watch my channel or watch other YouTubers channels, when they always try to criticize one side doesn't match the other, it's probably because they don't fully understand hair. That cowlick right there is mean, boy. But we were able to manage it. I definitely had to spread it out a little bit more than I did the other side, just to make both sides look a little bit closer together. But obviously it was going to be very difficult to make it a perfect match, just because they're completely different. Even the density, the hair density, how thick the hair grows is different on this side. So I'm hoping you guys, some of you guys noticed it. But yeah, I want to point it out. Yeah, so you can tell on this angle it's a little bit more spread out than when I had it after I completed the steps. Still needs a little bit of work. We'll go in and detail it a bit more, but you guys get the gist. Okay, and we're gonna go ahead and start carving his beard a little bit by the neckline. And you guys remember in the consultation he mentioned he wanted that groomed a bit, so we're also gonna groom it around his jawline to give it more of a chiseled look. I always feel like this gives more of a masculine vibe to the beard. Alright guys, let's go ahead and put that razor on there. You guys already know what it's gonna do to the finished look. I want to put some shave gel, and I want to point out, guys, I'm not touching his face with the tip of the shave gel bottle. What I do is I squirt out some of the shave gel, and when the shave gel touches the face, it comes, and I pull the bottle, the tip away. The shave gel stays on the skin. So that's what I'm doing. I'm not actually touching the skin with the tip of the shave gel bottle. Just point that out because somebody kind of said something a bit about that not being sanitary, and I agree. But that's why I'm not actually touching his face with it. And just like clippers and stuff like that, if you want to sanitize it and you do want it to touch, you can. You know what I mean? Alright, so we're putting a little bit enhancement, not too much, guys. A little bit goes a long way with this enhancement, and it makes it look natural. So I don't know if you guys peep how the enhancement doesn't look too dark. If that's your style, because the final look you want is natural, this is the before. Check out the after with the enhancement. I feel like the enhancement really set it off, and it looks great on him. The top has some nice texture to it, some nice volume. The beard's looking dope. And that's a blurry cut in my opinion. Guys, we drop daily content on this channel, so if you're new, please do subscribe, smash the like button. I'll see you guys in the next video.